Well, our next session, not a nice day. It's probably going to rain pretty soon. But fortunately, we have an extra helper. And we decided to give some repetitive practice to Beta. You can see how Beta's resisting. That is called body language resistance. So Tavis, our lead trainer, is looks like gonna head him in. Will he stand there? Will he be willing to let us lift the shafts? No, and that's why we have Michael, because I don't want him to get hurt, but he just doesn't quite understand what this thing is doing next to his body. But with repetition, he will. Yeah, this is good, but let's have a moment of silence and let him think about it. He eventually won't be scared, but I don't blame him for being scared. Never before has he pulled a cart. Okay, now I'm going to let you two boys decide what's a good small step progress toward giving Beta practice in tolerating the cart shafts. And of course, the biggie today is going to be, can we back him in? But if you want to do head in again, that's up to you. We just have to observe prerequisite skills and go from there. I'm going to carefully walk over here so we can get a better view of trying to get Beta to back into the shafts. Alpha was real good about it. You can watch our recent shows with Alpha. Michael, that arm extension right here, can you, the tall one, be ready if you need to tap him on his hip. Okay, you're going to back in when it's up. Good idea. No, Beta's not being good today. It is a brisk day. No sun shining on us. He has been better in the past. He's resisting. Look how he's pulling back. The shaft is touching him. Okay, well, that's good. That's like if you're trying to teach common denominators and fractions, if you can get them to even understand, the kids, what is a denominator? That's a prerequisite skill. Now, he could start swinging his hips over. Be aware. Safety is number one. No, he's resisting. Maybe good. We're using a little bit of force here. I'd rather use small steps and willingness. Let him come out. I know he's not complying. But he's resisting. You can see it in his mouth. Michael, why don't you turn the shafts that way again? We'll get there. We've been better than that in the past. I'd be happy if we can just get him to walk in a couple times without resistance and stand there without swinging his hips over. You know, I have a business permit for a tack shop and feed store at my nearby commercial property, and I was fantasizing this morning, maybe I could gather together alpaca and goat tack and sell it at my tack shop. Wouldn't that be fun? We'll see. Okay, I'm okay on yeah, good. Very good. Very good. We do that with horses all the time. Good. And then pet him on his neck. You know how he likes that. And he knows he's giving you the right answer. Good, we're walking along. Yes, we've got an extra helper so we can do that. Wonderful. Because let's face it, to pull a cart, you've got to walk along. Alpha's watching. He's definitely watching. Now, are they going to ask him to back off? Maybe. Oh, just to back out. We just have to take this one step at a time, one skill at a time. Making compliance and safety number one. By the way, today is November 12th. I like to try to mention the date with each of our shows because we lose track of when we did what, and we're trying to build up these skills to achieve our objectives. Good, good. Now let's see if we can walk forward again. You see, he sees it. At least he's not flipping his hips around. Good, making him back up. Okay, it sure didn't work a couple minutes ago to force him to stay there. He has to be somewhat willing to comply. Ooh, look at that. Every night I watch an episode of Wagon Train, the old Western, and I watch these horses, these people in their wagon trains coming across country to get to California. Every once in a while a wheel comes off the wagon. And that's a biggie, getting all the people on the wagon train to help get the wheel back on. Look at that. Very good. Looks like Michael's trying to put some weight. In the dog collars that are the shaft holders. We tried to do that just with body weight a couple lessons ago. Well, we didn't have a third person, you see, and if there's an issue, we've got to be able to pull that cart out of the dog collars that are the shaft holders.
they're hooked up. They're on him.
You know, I'm tempted to say take a couple steps back, but I really don't know. Maybe we should just be happy with this moment of resolution. I'm going to leave that decision up to you. Just remember to get the cart out of there if there's an issue.
We don't want him to freak out.
Yeah, we don't want to freak out. We don't want an accident. We don't want a wound, an injury. We want to do this one baby step at a time. Remember, I trained 5 Morgan horses and 3 miniature zebu cattle in decades of training when I lived in Santa Cruz, and they all could pull a cart. He's turning around. Okay, at least the shafts are good. And forward walking, yes. It's up to us as the trainers and the teachers to decide when we've met our moment of resolution today. And so I'm leaving that up to Tavis and Michael.
I think you did all right.
Yeah, we're very happy that there's compliance here. And down go the shafts. And there's a little resistance. Back it in, if you would, please. Okay. And it hasn't started raining. And I thank you, team. We met our moment of resolution. And we will do repetition, 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 and give reward by removing the pressure when we get the right answer. And that's what training of livestock is all about. Now remember, Beta used to give us trouble even when we untacked his halters. But let's see what he does today when we untack his harness and his halter. I think he knows that his lesson's done. And by the way, I did tell both boys this morning they were having school today. Now let's see what he says about his halter. Very good. That was just fine. And now he knows he's done with school. Okay, and he's going to get a click. I hope Oh, I'm having trouble clicking. Okay, I should have been clicking back then when we were getting the right answer. A new thing in the schools today, by the way, our students are using AI to do their homework. It's not coming from their heads and their minds. And teachers are noticing that. And then how are they going to control that in the teaching process? At least we don't have to worry about AI with the alpacas. And that's all for today. Sonia Sokolow, the Urban Alpaca Girl. SoniaSokolow@gmail.com.